Caitlin Clark seems to have re-injured her groin.
I can't believe what happened yesterday. Caitlin Clark, the biggest name in women's basketball, could miss the All-Star game because of one dirty move, and the player behind it is none other than Jacy Sheldon. Remember that name, because after this, she may become the most hated player in the WNBA, who might have just jeopardized Caitlin's whole All-Star weekend. For those who didn't catch the game, it was Indiana Fever versus Connecticut Sun, just yesterday.
Every time the Indiana Fever plays the Connecticut Sun, it is a very, very physical game.
And let me remind you, Caitlin's been through a lot this season. In fact, she just recovered from a groin injury, and fans were finally starting to relax. But then, Jacy Sheldon happened. All of it happened within a moment, which was so reckless that fans are calling it dirty. And now, Caitlin's groin might be injured again.
Clearly, she suffered an injury of some sort. Clearly, it was to the groin.
Let me tell you exactly what went down, because trust me, you're going to have an opinion on this. What really happened after that groin hit. So, at around 2.5 minutes left in the game, Caitlin Clark took a direct knee to the groin from Jacy Sheldon. And whether or not you think that was intentional doesn't even matter. Why? Because intentional or not, it hurt Caitlin. Period. Now, let's be honest. This wasn't some WWE-level attack. Jacy Sheldon didn't lunge or throw a deliberate kick. But watch the footage back.
Grabs the inside of that right leg. Yeah, she kind of pull up. A little bit of a jerk motion to stop her momentum.
Sheldon lifts her leg. It connects directly with Caitlin's left groin. Simple as that. And somehow, the refs call nothing. And that's where fans lost it. How can sticking your leg out and making contact like that not be considered a foul? Even if it's not flagrant, even if there's no clear malicious intent, it's a foul. But even after that hit, Caitlin tried to shake it off. She played on. Think about it. Caitlin Clark, who has spent her entire career powering through pressure, spotlight, injuries, you name it, was suddenly showing signs of discomfort on the court. And not just discomfort, genuine pain. She kept playing. She even nailed a clutch three-point shot right after. But that wasn't the end of it. Fast forward to late in the fourth quarter, less than a minute left, something changed. Caitlin passed the ball to Kelsey Mitchell, started running back down the court, and then it happened. She reached down again, this time to her right groin.
Looks like she's in pain after that pass.
Now this is confusing, because her last known injury was on the left side. But whatever side it was, one thing was clear, and that is, she was not okay. And here's the image that's now stuck in fans' minds. Caitlin walking slowly down the court, holding her groin, clearly fighting tears, until she stops at the basket support. She leans against it, presses her head into it, and you can tell she's breaking down. Now remember, this is Caitlin Clark. This is someone who held it together even after losing the national championship game. Someone who, no matter how hard the game gets, keeps pushing. For her to cry like that is when you know it's serious.
Dealing most recently with the groin injury.
What makes this worse is the endless injuries piling up this season. In college, she was ironclad with barely any injuries. But this WNBA season, she had quad injury. Then a groin injury, and now another groin problem.
And then wonder why Caitlin Clark started off bad. Look at, that's a foul on the Fever. How? But look at this. That's not a foul on the Storm.
So many soft tissue injuries in one season. At this point, fans are starting to ask, is Caitlin Clark being overplayed? Is she being pushed too hard? Is the Indiana Fever medical team managing this right? And most of all, why was she even on the court with the game practically sealed? But here's where it hits even harder. From what sources are hinting, Caitlin might have gone into that game already carrying an injury, So again, the question arises, could that initial Sheldon hit have aggravated something pre-existing? See, she is playing hurt. Maybe the medical team told her, look, it won't get worse if you play, but it also won't heal until the off-season. Maybe she's trying to push through. Maybe she's trying to carry a franchise that depends entirely on her. But seeing Caitlin Clark cry on the sidelines? That's not something fans, teammates, or even Poprans want to witness. Because at that moment, it wasn't about stats, or ratings, or even rivalries. It was about a 23-year-old athlete, exhausted and hurting, breaking down in front of thousands of cameras. And honestly, that's heartbreaking. The referee situation is officially out of control, and as if Caitlin Clark's injury wasn't bad enough, the refereeing last night was next-level disaster.
The referee situation in this league is unimaginable. It's an abomination.
We're not just talking about a couple of missed calls. We're talking about game-changing moments where refs practically swallowed their whistles completely. Even Caitlin Clark's own brother is now calling out the league. He legit put up a tweet on X saying it was on refs.
Make no mistake, this is on the refereeing. This is Caitlin Clark.
Because this is not new. Caitlin Clark has been getting hammered for over a year now, and the referees always let it happen. Over and over and over again. What's worse is just weeks ago, Kathy Engelbert looked the media dead in the eye and said, "The officiating is fine." Really? Because what we saw last night wasn't fine. It was the star of the WNBA being physically broken on national television, while the refs looked the other way. And now, fans are walking, her own family speaking out, even sponsors are nervous. Because the harsh truth is, people didn't tune in for WNBA basketball. They tuned in for Caitlin Clark, and now they're watching her get beaten down by the league that's supposed to protect her. Caitlin Clark's all-star dream in jeopardy. And now comes the most frustrating part.
The WNBA All-Star Game is, of course, in Indianapolis, the home of the Indiana Fever, the home of Caitlin Clark. And now it looks like Caitlin Clark, most likely, I can't imagine that Caitlin Clark will be participating in the three-point contest or the All-Star Game.
Perhaps the real reason why Caitlin Clark's injury is not just a simple misfortune, but a symptom of something much deeper, much more troubling in the WNBA. From what it looks like, the face of the WNBA, the captain of her team, and the reason this All-Star weekend in Indianapolis feels bigger than ever, might not even play. And that's not speculation, it's a real possibility. Because look, her injury last night wasn't just a tweak. Watching her face as she clutched her groin told the whole story. This wasn't just physical pain. It was emotional. It was the exhaustion of fighting injury after injury in her rookie season. This is shameful. That's the word that keeps coming up when you look at Caitlin Clark's situation. After last night's game, it's clear. She is done for now. There's virtually a 0% chance she plays on Wednesday. Maybe 25% at best she plays in the All-Star game, and honestly, even that feels like a stretch. And here's where things get worrying. If the Indiana Fever lets her suit up tonight, even for more than 10 minutes, it's not just a bad decision. It's a bad look for the league itself. Because this isn't just about one game, it's about the face of the WNBA. And it's about protecting its biggest star before something reversible happens. This isn't Caitlin's first injury this season. What does that tell you? Something is wrong, mechanically and physically. Something is just off with Caitlin Clark this season.
You have to hope for the best with Caitlin Clark's MRI.
And while fans hope this will be her last injury, The reality is, it likely won't be, as sad as that is to say. Why? Because groin injuries are not just minor setbacks. They're notoriously tricky. They linger, and worse, they can lead to much bigger injuries.
I originally thought that they were going to keep her out through All-Star, as heartbreaking as that would be. Like, just don't even let her play in the All-Star game, because groins are something that are just so finicky, but they're also things that can lead to bigger injuries.
So Caitlin came back barely 2 weeks after her previous injury. Some said she'd be rested until All-Star weekend. But no, she was pushed back into action, probably too soon, and now, here we are again. Who is responsible for all this? Let's get blunt. Does Caitlin Clark have the right people protecting her? Right now, that's questionable. With the Fever's medical staff handling her recovery, fans are starting to wonder, is that enough? Because Caitlin is arguably a $1 billion investment for the WNBA. If her current staff isn't enough, she should follow what legends like Kobe did. Head overseas, get the advanced treatments, hire her own medical experts, and protect her career at all costs. Because at this rate, we're staring down the barrel of a career-altering injury. And no one in the league can afford that. Not the WNBA, not Caitlin, and certainly not the fans.
Well, Kathy Engelbert and the WNBA, well, they have effed around, and now they're about to find out.
The real tragedy is this All-Star weekend was meant to be her moment, her victory lap. But now it's overshadowed by concern and uncertainty. In the end, who pays the price? Whether it's poor scheduling, lax officiating, or an overwhelmed medical staff, there's one person paying the price: Kat Lynn herself. And if her injuries continue, the WNBA will pay too. Clearly, the WNBA can't afford to lose her. And right now, they're dangerously close to doing just that. Right? Protect CC in the comments if you think it's high time the league steps up and protects her the way she deserves. And for more WNBA drama, updates, and news, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. See you on the flip side.